Hey, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. Let's review a good HopSolution beer tonight. This is it's called the HopSolution Ale out of the Bell's Brewing Company. We've reviewed several of their beers. Some are good and some are not so good. They're out of Comstock, Michigan. This one's a pretty new one. It's a double IPA. It's got this really cool kind of hop emblem on it. The hop humulus. I'm going to think as how you pronounce it, lupulus. It is 8% ABVs. Shelf life is 6 months, which is pretty good. Means there's some stuff in there to make it do it that way. Most IPAs after about 3 or 4 months don't do so well in terms of freshness. They call this, it pays tribute to one of Mother Nature's finest creations. Several hop varieties, they don't tell you which ones, combined for a massive aroma of tropical fruits, citrus, and pine. So you can't get any more standard, any more boring than that in terms of the description. Tropical, citrus, pine, that's what an IPA is. Mild caramel malt character and a dry finish. So it came in a 6-pack. I think the 6-pack was about $12 roughly. So let's get it in the glass. I have not cheated on this one. I have not tried it. Has that pretty classic orangish, grapefruity type color. Even the head's got a little tint to it. I know the lighting's not great here. A little bit of carbonation. I poured it, I guess, a little bit fast. No residuals, nothing floating around in there. Crystal clear throughout, very filtered. But it's got a nice kind of orange color to it. Smells great. Very grapefruity. Very grapefruity. Definitely have a little bit of pine needle in the background there. Orangey, maybe some lemons, but it's very citrus up front. Honestly, you can't really smell a lot of hops. It's very citrusy to kind of overpower it. If I were to guess, maybe some Centennial or Simcoe kind of traditional hops in the background there, but cheers. Let's get into it. That's pretty darn good, especially for a Bell's beer. I mean, some of them, they get real creative, which I give them a ton of credit for, but they go over the top in terms of too much of this or not enough of that, weird flavors and things like that. But this one's got kind of a real fruit juice type concentrated, powerful up front with the fruits I just talked about. Dissipates really quickly. It's not that hoppy. It's extremely citrusy. You can definitely taste a little bit of pine, but by no means is it something like a West Coast IPA. It smells awesome. I mean, if you like real fruity, very aromatic beers, I mean, this is very good. And in terms of the dry finish, I mean, it's gone like that. It's not something that lingers around and kind of has a lot of stickiness to it. At 8%, sometimes you get a lot of that dankness, is the word everybody likes to use. That real kind of coating of the palate that just sticks around and you reek, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But this one is not like that at all for a double IPA. It definitely dissipates quick. It's got a great flavor to it. Very citrusy. It almost hides the hops. You can tell they're there, but they're by no means overpowering. So double IPAs are by far my favorite blend of beer. I'm very difficult on them. We rate our beers between 1 and 5 here. I would probably give this a 4, which is probably one of the highest rated Bell's Brewing beers. Whew, that was a B tongue twister that I've ever given. Not that I dislike the brewery or dislike their beers. It's just something that I think this is probably one of their best beers that I've had in a very long time. Very good combination. Heavy on the fruit side, definitely has some background in the hops, as opposed to the reverse, which is what most double IPAs are, and a very good dry finish. So I think what I'm really digging on this one is that dry finish with that very bold citrus up front, combines for 2 really nice flavors. So yeah, I'd give it about a 4. If you tried it, let us know. Please leave comments on our YouTube channel or our website. We appreciate those. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload all the time. We appreciate you watching. And as always, we will see you again real soon.